This is my crispy, dark, thick, juicy, vintage vocal plug-in chain. Let's see what it sounds like.
Unravel all the thoughts that I have of you. You're my favorite color, loveliest of you.
Now that's dope. What do you think?
I think that's fire.
I think it's fire too. Okay, first thing I did, we've got a preamp on the vocal. Now this is gonna add a little saturation, a little treble in my, as I'm boosting it here, but this is the Radiator by Soundtoys, and I'm not doing much with it. I actually decreased the input to lower a little bit of that distortion. It's just a start. We're just giving the vocal some power. Just some power to the vocal. Next, minuscule tuning. Just to push those notes, it's making all the notes puff its chest up. In your face, just amazingness. Let's hear what we got with just those two.
You're my favorite color, loveliest of you.
Next, very self-explanatory, de-esser. Gotta attenuate those S's, gotta make them sound nice. So this isn't doing too much, but it's doing enough to just protect us.
You're my favorite color, loveliest of
That way when we compress, we're not gonna bring out those S's too much and hurt your ears. Next, the API 560 equalizer. This thing is just top-notch, next level. You can literally just throw it on anything, switch the analog on, and it's gonna just add a nice richness to something. Let's see what this is doing.
You're my favorite color, loveliest of you.
Really, the main thing I'm doing is boosting 250 hertz just to give it some extra beef, you know? When you think vintage, you think thick and warm. Next, we got two compressors in a row. We got the Abbey Road RS124. This thing is beautiful. I love to just turn super fuse mode on. I don't even know what it does. It just sounds fire. Emulation of the actual one from Abbey Road Studios. There's like a few of them in the world. Let's see what that's doing.
You're my favorite color, loveliest of you.
It's just adding a nice beef. Just bringing the vocal nice and up into your face while adding some, in my opinion, vintage color. You can even do a little EQing down here. That's really cool. Next, I've got the SSL Fusion compressor. Now we're getting a little modern with it. I just like the sheen. It almost digitizes the high end in a way. I don't know how to explain that, but let's see what this is doing.
You're my favorite color, loveliest of you.
So you can see there's no gain reduction happening. It's just adding a nice tone to it. I just like the tone of it. And that's a big part of this, is learning what your different compressors sound like and how to just apply one even when you're not wanting compression, just to add color in the specific direction you want to take a song. Next, we got this little EQ by Soundtoys. That just looks cool, dude. Come on now. All we're doing here, I was at a 700 hertz. I reduced it by 4 dB. I just wasn't digging too much that frequency, but hey, this is still mid-mix project, so you never know.
Favorite shade of blue.
So I just met it in the middle there. And then next it's just simple. We just got a little plate reverb by Soundtoys with an API compressor. And that was my kind of idea with this whole vintage thing, is I wasn't going to use any like of those visual EQs, just the vintage stuff. I wanted a vintage vocal. Let's hear what that reverb sounds like.
You're my favorite color, loveliest of you.
That sounds nice. It's cool. They took like I forgot what the EQs are. I mean, the reverbs are called, but they weigh like 600 pounds each. And they took 5 of them to create that.
That software?
Yeah, this reverb, Little Plate.
Wow.
And it's called Little Plate.
Little Plate, that's
And they
funny.
took 5 600-pound vintage reverb plates,
That is
analog.
crazy.
Because it's like a big metal plate, and they run the sound through it, and the way it vibrates, it creates the reverberation.
So 500-600 pounds. That's like
Yeah.
a ton. Past a
Yeah.
ton.
It's crazy.
A US ton.
But it sounds sick. And then I've got them side chained. I've got the reverb side chained to the lead vocal, both the verse lead and the hook lead. Next is a delay, Echo Boy. Same thing. I took the API, carved it out. Let's see what that sounds like. You can't tell me that's not fire.
That's good.
and it's ducking around the lead vocal via side chaining. I'm not going to go into that. So altogether, that's basically how I got a vintage sounding vocal. Not much to it. This is an open guts mix. Still working on it. I'm sure it'll evolve in new cool directions.
You're my favorite color, loveliest of hue, prettiest skies of summer, favorite shade of blue.
So yeah, that's my vintage vocal plug-in chain. You should buy all these plugins. They're all fairly cheap. I don't think one of these is over like $30. Okay, thanks, bye.